What we have here is a Veikus raised garden bed, 8 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot when set up, and I'm going to assemble this garden bed over around that picnic table right there. That's going to be the assembly area. Here's what we have in here. Here's the corners. Oh, that's trim. Instructions, nuts and bolts and whatnots, hardware, I'm sure. Packing. And the flat sides. Alright. We have some rods here. Not sure what the rods. So what we got is 4 of the small flat panels. I'm assuming those are for the ends. 8 of the big flat panels. I'm assuming those are the sides. 4 of the 90-degree curved panels. I'm assuming those are the ends. These are going to be the middle of the ends. These are going to be the corner of the ends. These are going to be the sides. That's my prediction. Let's get to work. I have emptied the plastic bag of screws, machine screws, washers, and nuts, of which there are, of the set, there are 128, plus 4 of these. That looks like 3. It says 128 plus 4. This has not been opened. Okay, that must be this, 3. 128 plus 4. Oh, that means, I bet they sent 4 extra for just in case. Alright, very good. Good job, folks. First step is assembling these corners. And the curved piece goes to the outside, and the flat piece goes to the inside. This is going to take a while to do 128 of these little buggers. I'm going to go all the way around and build the whole thing, the oval, with just a screw, top and bottom. And then all the other holes should be lined up. Make it easier to get those screws through the holes. And tomorrow, after I go to Lowe's and buy me a cordless nut driver, it should not take all that long to complete each and every one of the screws and nuts. It's about 20 minutes later, not bad, coming along. What I'm doing is putting a screw at the top, in the top hole of each panel, and another one down at the bottom, not necessarily all the way at the bottom, but that lines all the other ones up, and it'll be easy to get the screws through. It'll just go a lot faster that way. So it's coming along pretty well. Curved part goes to the outside. Put that right in there. Try to find the hole. There it is. And that nut on there. So now with 2 of them in there, it's aligned. On to the next panel. It's 6:30 in the evening and I'm done for the day. Before I end this session, let me show you something. I've looked at the instructions. I was kind of curious about these rods. And the rods are to keep the flat metal panels on both sides from bowing out from the soil pushing out, bending them outwards. So these all-thread screws screw 2 of these rods together to make it the right length that they go across here. And apparently you can pick, it probably depends on how much filler you put in the bottom of this and how much soil, but here they're in the illustration, they show these toward the top, and at these on these sections, and I'll probably do something like that. I might go, yeah, that looks about right to me. And here's where we're at, all the way around. I have 2 screws in each panel, and the rods will just go replace the regular screws in one of these holes, whichever one you choose. So I'll probably choose the second one down. They show here right in the middle and down on the end, and that'll probably work. So it's pretty deep. I will probably only want soil up to about that right there, the second line down. You know, you get the idea. Probably about 6 inches down from the top or so. That's going to take a lot of dirt, right? Well, really it's not. It needs filler in the bottom. I'll probably put at least 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet of filler. And I need something that's a good filler. That's what the requirements would be, that it be organic, and it be cheap and plentiful. And if you have any ideas on what I could use for filler around here, I have a lot of these, and that's why I'm having trouble gardening, because of tree cover, shade, and these produce, well, you tell me in the comments. What do you think I ought to use for filler? All right, I'm thirsty. I'm ready to go wet my back neck with a ice cold ultra latte. And I'll be back on this tomorrow. Taking too much time to find one machine screw, one washer, and one nut here. So I have a new approach. I have recruited an assistant, an old pan. This should make it easier. And what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and put together some sets of these things. It's much easier now to see and get a hold of a screw, a washer, and a nut. These are threaded on both ends with the same threads. So I put this all thread into either end of it. Run this up about halfway. Got to a point where it's a little sticky. So I'm going to go in to the other one. Get plenty of thread into both. Make sure that first one doesn't keep screwing in. Yeah. Got quite a bit in both of them, so whichever one it goes into now won't matter. Alright. All I need here is a screw and a washer. I don't need a nut. It's going to go in right there. I think I got it lined up pretty good. Ta-da! One structural support rod installed. Let's put these two together. In this second one, I'm going to make kind of holding the threads with my thumb to make sure that this all thread runs well up into the second one. And as the last one I did, number 2, those threads were a little boogered up. Didn't want to go. Had to actually go get some pliers to hold the all thread to be sure that this ran up on the threads. Trying to get an equal amount of threads on each side. And if this thing kind of hangs up in one of them, it's going to try to thread all the way up into the other. I'm to the point now I've got enough into both that it's all good. Whichever one runs up is fine. I went and had some lunch. Came back, started working again. Doing a little update here because I am exactly 2 hours into actually working on this thing over a period of 2 days. Started yesterday evening. Right now I have completed 10 rows. There are altogether 16 rows of 8 screws per row. And I'm over here. I'm going to start on this one. I've got the 2 that I put in here just to get things lined up. Actually 3 counting the rod that I put right here. So I've got parts of 6 more rows to do, and my bin is getting a little thinner on screws and nuts. It's a lot of them. 128. Gonna keep on rolling. Ta-da! All done. 16 rows, 8 screws per machine screws with a washer and a nut. I checked. I got a washer on every one of them. I got the 3 rods in. Just have to tighten everything up. What did we have left over? Remember, when we started this at the beginning, it said they were going to provide 128 sets of these, plus 4. And we do have 4 extra machine screws, 10 extra nuts, and 11 extra washers. So they sent plenty. They nailed it on the screws. The other, they got me even more extras. No worries, that's good. Worked out so much better getting them out of this pan than it did that box. Also, the other tip, don't tighten them up too much. Leave them all loose until you got them all in, so you have some slack to move the things around to get them lined out. I read that in the instructions before I started, so I didn't really have any problem in that respect. Very good. And I am done. Altogether, I would say about 3 hours of work time invested in having this completed. I believe someone highly motivated could do it in 2 or less if they wanted to real bad. And if you had a little bit of help, even someone to fish out 1 machine screw, 1 washer, and 1 nut while you're putting one through and getting the nut started, and they could just hand you the next one, that would save a good bit of time, just that alone. So here we go. This is not where it will be, but I think I can easily drag this. It only weighs 50 pounds. And the one thing I do still need to do, forgot about this. Probably not critical, but a good idea. Put this protective trim around the edge. It's not really sharp at all. I really don't think I need that, to tell you the truth. We'll see. Not only do they send extra fastener sets, they send you plenty of the protective trim. Had to cut that, not a problem. And actually went on pretty easily. I would say I got it done in maybe less than 5 minutes. Right here I cut it and matched it up. The only thing that slowed me down slightly was where it was double thick here with on the overlaps. But not a problem, not bad at all. It's done. Why didn't I build this where I want it, where it's going to be? Because I wanted to go ahead and put it together, and I didn't know where that was. And I'm not sure that I do right now. But I have to decide. I know the first place I'm going to take it over and put it and look and see how I like it there. It's over by my garden, and what I need to do is make sure where I want it before I fill it up. I'm gonna all in all, I'd say I'm pretty happy with my Veikus 4x8x2 garden bed I got from Tractor Supply. It was $109 delivered to my house, and I'll follow up after I get it filled and use it as a planter. Don't even know what I'm going to plant in it yet, but I'm pretty happy with the assembly of it. It came packaged well, and it was not difficult to put together, a little tedious. It took me about 3 hours for the normal person really getting after it, you know, trying to get it done as soon as they could. They could probably do it in 2 hours easily. With a little help, even faster. It's very sturdy. Seems to be good quality. I think it will last a very long time. I would say that I'm pleased. And I ask you to treat others the way that you would hope to be treated, including the critters, the animals, and your plants and your garden, you know. And hey, this is Todd, and I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.